Alright, so we need to decide if two lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. This is a really this is one of those concepts where you might have to do a few steps to figure it out. So let me give you there are two ways these lines can be written. One can be written in what we call slope intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. And then you have what we call standard form, which is ax plus by equals some c. Some c, that's a constant. Okay, we're in luck if the equation is written in slope intercept form, because now all we have to do is find the slope. So you may be given two lines that says y equals 3x plus 5, and then a second line that may be written in, I'm going to write that one in purple, y equals 3x plus 4. Hold on, the first one I said 5, so let me change the blue one to 5. Give me a minute. Okay, so how do we tell if these lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither? If two lines are parallel, that looks like this, then the slopes of the lines are the same. So with the linear equation, this part is the slope and this part is the slope. Remember the part with m on it. With x on it is always your slope. So these two lines are parallel. That's a symbol for parallel because the slopes are the same. Oopsie. Give me a minute. Slopes. Hold on. Slopes are equal. Okay. So if you're given an equation in slope intercept form and the slopes are the same, then that means the lines are parallel. That means they're going to never cross when you graph them. So the slopes will be equal, so they're parallel. Okay? Let's keep going with slope intercept form. Let's get this one. Y equals 2 over 3x plus 4. And let me get another one. Then y equals 3 negative 3 over 2x plus 5. Okay, these two lines here are perpendicular. That means they cross each other at a 90-degree angle. Alright, so the slope of the one in blue is 2 over 3. Now, how do I know just by looking at this that these lines are perpendicular? Well, the rules are that the slopes have to have opposite signs. So this one is a plus and this one is a minus. And then you take the reciprocal, or you just flip the number. So this is plus, that's minus, and the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. So that means these lines are perpendicular. I'm just going to write the symbol for perpendicular. That's the symbol for perpendicular. So you're going to say opposite signs, and then the fractions are flipped. So A over B becomes C. Hold on. Let me erase this. Let me put it on another slide. I'm going to tell you the rule for that one. That's just one you're going to have to remember. Let me put it on another slide for you. So the rule is for perpendicular lines, opposite signs, and then flip the number. So the denominator becomes the numerator and the numerator becomes the denominator. That's the one you have to remember. And if it's parallel, slopes are the same. So if it fits the slopes fit neither one of these rules, then what you have to do is say that it's neither parallel or perpendicular. You say it's neither parallel or perpendicular, right? So what happens if they give us something that looks like this? This one is not as fun. This one is called standard form. It's not as easy. And then you get something that looks like okay, so here's what happens. Now you have to put this in slope-intercept form. So in each equation, you need to solve for y. So I'm going to write each equation on another page. So I'm going to have 2x plus 5y equals, let's see what that equals 4. And on the next page, I'm going to write 5x minus 2y equals 7. So we have 5x minus 2y equals 7. So we have to change this from standard form to slope-intercept form. So what we're going to do first is solve for y. We're going to make this say y equals mx plus b. Alright, so because this is plus 2x, to move it to the other side of the equal sign, I'm going to say minus 2x from both sides. And this crosses out, and we end up with 5y equals negative 2x plus, and this 4 is positive since there is no sign. Then you're going to divide by 5 on both sides. And so now you see that the 5 on this side reduces to 1, and we get negative 2 over 5x plus 4 over 5. Okay, so the slope for this situation is negative 2 over 5. All right, let's go to the next situation. So the next one, now we have to solve for y in this one. So we're going to subtract 5x. We're going to subtract 5x. And then we get negative 2y. This cancels out. And we get negative 5x plus 7. And then we divide that by negative 2. So here, that reduces to 1. So the slope here, a negative divided into a negative is a positive. So the slope here is 5 over 2. Now, only thing left is to compare the two slopes to determine what they are, what the lines are. So we get m equals 5 over 2. And in the other one, m was equal to, let's go back and see, negative 2 over 5. So we get negative 2 over 5. So now let's compare this. Are the slopes the same? No, they're not the same. So we know they're not parallel. Okay, so do the slopes have opposite signs? Yes, this is a plus sign. Let me change, well, I'll put it in yellow. This is a plus sign and this is a minus sign. So yes, it does have opposite signs. Now the fractions flip. Yes, the 5 over 2 flip to a 2 over 5. So guess what? These lines are perpendicular. So let me put that in a different color. So these two lines are going to cross somewhere and form somewhere on your graph and form a 90-degree angle. And that's how you solve or determine if the two lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. And neither is, it doesn't fit either one of those rules. I hope this is helpful. Hit me up if you need more. Okay, bye.